Bless God for his faithfulness upon my life since I joined this commission. I remember when I came here, I was battered and tattered. I was at zero level. I didn't even have a place to stay. I remember when I came, what kept me going was the word of God from this altar. I used to trek down from Ogide in Airport Road down to church every Sunday just to hear the word of God. And it gave me strength and it gave me hope. And also, I engaged in all the activities of the ministry. I engaged in kingdom advancement endeavors. I went through OFB, and from there, God began to change my story. A company I never applied for in that same year, 3 months into my engagement, called me, an oil and gas company, and from there I was given a job 3 times my former salary. And also, God also opened doors for me also in business and in favors. Everything I lost before that began to come back to me, and today everything is working very, very. I want to bless God for his faithfulness upon my life.
Is that all you can do for him? Put your hands together for that change of level. Your level must change today in Jesus' name. Your name, please.
Praise the Lord. My name is Evelyn. I joined this commission 2014, June special. I just want to thank the glorious God of this mandate who have exempted me from the men of ritualists or kidnappers. I don't know what they must have done to me now, but God exempts me because at Udu Road, going to Otu Jeremy, when I came down from Keke, I entered another one. The other one there, I just sat down. I said, I'm going to NRA Junction. The man said I should wait. He's looking for one passenger. Before I could see, 3 men just came. One blocked me here. One entered the front. As the other one wanted to enter to block me, my eyes just opened, say, jump down. I just said, hold on. Stop there. He stopped. So I jumped down. As I jumped down, I said, Jesus Christ. I just ran and crossed. I look around. Everybody throw away their face. Nobody is looking. I just want to give God the glory for exempting me.
Put your hands together for that great exemption from kidnappers.
Hello everyone, I'm Momo Igbo Blessing. I bring greetings from Living Faith Church Sapele. I want to really thank God for what he did for me yesterday. Because before that family covenant day, I had a dream about my friend. That we were doing burial, but he was not there. I didn't really know the person they were actually burying. Then the next dream I had was that he left with his friend and I didn't see them till I woke up. I was like, God, I am not permitted to celebrate burial. I'm only permitted to rejoice and celebrate good things. So that passed. On Friday, he told me he was traveling to Abraka for his defense of his project, which he left. So yesterday, he was like, they had marriage, and the next call I heard was, I was in the house. My mind was like, call. I was like, I beg. So at the time, I had to call. When I called, I was like, can you call me back in a minute? When I called back, I was like, I just escaped an accident. I have come to return the glory to this God who did not allow the plans of the wicked to manifest over our lives. I say to him alone be all the glory for that which he has done.
Shout a big hallelujah. Your name and straight to your testimony.
My name is Onushakbebe Oworikewe Elowori. I joined this commission March 2018. I'm here to give God all the glory for what he did in my life. I'm thanking God for his mercy and faithfulness upon my life and family, despite my shortcomings. I'm thanking God for CCS Divine Earth. I'm thanking God for what he did during the 40th anniversary. God gave me revival spiritually. Then God gave me a job. I applied for a teaching job. Then God gave me another job, home lesson job. Then lastly, God gave me my result. I finished school 2018-2019 academic session without any result. So 2020 passed, no result. Then 2021 came, January passed, February passed, March passed until May. I'm here to give God all the glory because I'm here with my results and I'm here with my job, my letter of appointment. I'm here to give God the glory. Thank you, Jesus.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Omukoro Nelson is my name. I joined this commission in 2002. I've come today to appreciate the King of Kings for his goodness in my life. First of all, I want to thank God because through his mercies and his goodness, coming from a Jehovah's Witness background, so many members of my family are members of this church today. That is just the Lord's doing. It's not by might. Amen. Also, I want to appreciate God for taking me to my next level. Today, he has just added a brand new year to my years. I give him all the glory.
I'm here to return thanks to God of this commission. At the time, I stopped coming for like 1 year. Then I do food business. And the food business is God of our father said, go back to your food. When I said I don't want to cook, I want to work. But since then, God has been faithful. I've been selling, I've been having money. But suddenly I stopped coming, everything got down. About 4 months now, I was not selling at all. A food of 20,000 I will be selling 8,000, 9,000. So let me say, okay, let me start again. When I start coming to this church again, which is last month, everything changed for me again. But when I started cooking, there's one day I cooked, no customer was calling. I now started a song because this is the month of Thanksgiving. He said, he's the great provider that he will surely provide for us. He did, he provided. A market that will be selling, God, if I even say 80,000, I will be fine, but I will be selling 20-something thousand. I want to return the glory to the God of this commission.
Put your hands together for Jesus. Please to tell us your name and straight to your testimony.
Church, praise the Lord. My name is Mrs. Chioma Okeke. I joined this commission in 2015. I have come to appreciate the God of this great commission for his faithfulness over my life and family. When we got married in 2015, we were believing God for the fruit of the womb immediately, and we waited 2017, and in 2018, I decided to attend WOFB so that our faith can grow the more. When I came for WOFB, I met Pastor Paul in his office, and he said, join the children's church. I never discussed anything about children with him before. That was the first time of meeting him. I saw his voice as the voice of God, and immediately I joined that service unit. And in September that same year, 2018, God remembered us and blessed us with our son. And to the glory of God again, a year, 7 months down the line, God has added to us our beautiful daughter, Eliana Chisimhuria. And to crown it up again, today is our marriage anniversary. 6 years down the line, the God has been faithful all round. We have every cause to say thank you. Praise the Lord.
Please, Mr. and Mrs. Juliet Iware should still join to share their testimony. If you are clapping, make it louder.
Okpowhoro Faith is my name. I joined this commission in 1996. I'm here to glorify the name of the Lord. The Lord has been faithful to me and my entire household. My husband was sick and hospitalized. My husband and my daughter, they were on intensive care. My husband was on oxygen for 10 days, but God miraculously brought him back to life, brought my daughter back to life, restored them. Today, they are on their feet, they are healed and healthy. God also miraculously averted cancer in my life. I had a major surgery, and there were different reports. But I met with our daddy, and he asked me a question, what do you want? And I told him that I want a clean bill at the end of it. I had several diagnoses, both home and abroad, and at the end of it all, I am here, hale and hearty. God gave me a clean bill. I am cancer-free, and here I am to return all the praise to the Lord. Thirdly, the God of this commission took me to the apex of my career. I have come to say thank you to this faithful God that is too faithful to fail.
Put your hands together. Your name straight to your testimony.
Praise the Lord. I want to return the glory to God. I want to thank God for delivering me from premature death. My name is Juliet Enware. When I was pregnant, then the pregnancy was due to put to bed. But then I couldn't able to put to bed. Then when I got to the clinic, they asked me that they would go to operation. So I ran to arrested pastor, and I told him, and he said that I will deliver like the Hebrew women. And after then, I was just walking around, praying around the church, praying and believing God for his miracle. And to God be the glory. God did it. And unto that a woman then, she was just doing cancel on my pregnancy then. And before then, I was not praying. I was not praying, believing God. I was just praying seriously and to God. I saw a resident pastor in my revelation in the altar. He was praying for me. He said, daughter, you will not die, you will live. And my baby was covering with a white cloth. And that made me get assurance. And when I go to the labor room and I deliver safely, and I want to return all the glory to God. If not God, I want to have been alive for his faithfulness.
She delivers supernaturally. Praise the Lord. Please, your name. Next person, please. Your name.
Praise the Lord. I return to give glory to God for what he has done for me, for fulfilling the word of his servant and establish the counsel of his messenger. Adeleke Susana. Last week, Thursday, I had to travel to the village for a burial. When we finished the burial on Saturday, I have a feeling that I want to attend Covenant Family Day. I decided to stop over at a very nearby place. So on Sunday, I came back. Just Monday morning, I had a call that one of the entourage going back to Abuja, that happened to be my brother's wife, was kidnapped. We started praying, and when I woke up, I said, what should I do? My spirit directed me to meet our father in the house, Pastor Folorunso. I now trade the picture of the lady in my phone. I took it to him. He laid hand on it, and he said, before 24 hours, she will return on earth. And that 24 hours did not expire. I returned to say thank you to Jesus.
Put your hands together for Jesus. Make it louder if you are excited with the doing of the Lord in our midst.
Praise the Lord. My name is Sister Sweet. I have come to return all the glory to God. The God that has picked me from nowhere and make me who I am today. Last 2 weeks, I was having a stomach disorder. I went to the hospital and we took tests. They said it's a food poison as a result from the vegetable which I bought. And they placed me on antibiotics and they were giving me through my vein. So I gave the nurse for 5 days. She bought the one of 5 days. Then on Monday, and I called her that I can't reach you now. Can you buy the injection? When you come back home, I will give you the money. And she bought them. Once she was to minister the drugs to me, something told me that something is not right. And I asked her, why did you buy this one? He said they are the same thing. And immediately she ministered the injection, in fact, and went down completely. I could no longer talk. I was sweating, and in fact, I was lifeless. Everybody was crying. And I said, where I was right, I said, God, you said, your servant said, we will not die. I will not bury anybody in our family. Lord, I cannot die. I am not up to 100. You say a child shall die at 100. I was just quoting it, and they run to the village. They bought another injection and gave it to me. But it's not the injection, it's the word of God. Because between when they went to buy the injection and when they minister, it is more than 30 minutes. And when they gave me the injection, it went straight to my heart, and the heart ceased. But today, I have come to return all the glory to God, who saved me from untimely death. Praise the Lord!
Put your hands together. The God that saves is still in the house. Please step forward, be fast, as you give us your name and straight to your testimony.
Praise the Lord. I am Mrs. Eunice Rotwa. I joined this commission 2011 by means of marriage. Firstly, this month is God added a year to my year this month. And secondly, I'm 10 years in marriage this month. But before my birthday, the devil showed up. And all of a sudden, I was in the school. I just collapsed on the 14th of this month. I just collapsed, and I don't know what I was doing. But I don't know whether in the spiritual realm or not, I was just telling them, call my husband. Call my husband. I don't know what is wrong with me again. Just called my husband and called my ADM. So my phone, they collected my phone, and they called my husband, my colleague in the school. They called my husband, and they called as my husband rushed in, he said, what is happening? What is happening? I couldn't even talk. I was just going. But I told him, I said, called our ADM. I cannot die. I shall not die. That is not what our Papa declared this month. I shall not die. I was just saying it. Then my husband had rushed me to the hospital. When we get there, they said BP is 220 stroke 170. Just now, they try to revive me. But all of a sudden, I keep saying it, I shall not die. That was what was just coming out of me. I shall not die. Our Papa said it. And at the end, after they revived me, they said, heart is not working well, that they need the specialist. My husband said, don't worry, she will be fine. Let's take her home. The next day I was discharged, and when we got home, my husband gave me the anointing, and I have to tie the mantle around my head. I was still declaring it, but I don't know what happened again.
By the application of the mystery of the anointing oil and the mantle tied around her health is totally recovered. Put your hands together for Jesus. Your name.
Praise the Lord. My name is Mrs. Ahmed Nkiruka. I joined this Great Commission 2005. I want to return the glory to this great God who is a faithful God. On Saturday last week at 3 a.m. in the night, we were sleeping. I woke up to ease myself and I get back to the bed. I just had a very loud noise, boom. I said, I beg, I'm tired, let me sleep. My husband said, no, let me go and check what is that. Getting to the sitting room, I don't know how fire got to our fridge. The fridge was burning. The full parlor, there's no way you can even see road. And there was light, so I cannot see anything. Everywhere was so dark. I was just shouting, help, help, fire, oh, fire. I get back to the kitchen to know how devil work. I wanted to carry our gas outside. I said, no. God now gave me a solution. I run back to the kitchen again to carry soap and water. I pour it on the fire, and the fire quenched. I ran to the room because everywhere was so dark, I cannot breathe. I ran to the room to call my children, please, push you go outside. I was shouting, not knowing that the devil was planning something, but this great God preserved me and my family from the attack of the fire. Because that day was my 10 years.
Praise the Lord. And the Lord delivered them from the fire incident. Why not put your hands together for Jesus? God is faithful. You are the next to testify.